Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen and I am Dollaraholic Mama. This video is actually going to be different than anything that I have done previously, and it is going to be a review video for Dollarama. So in this video I'm going to be talking about some of the products that I've been hauling over the last little while and my thoughts and whether I would recommend you picking an item up. This is all my personal opinion. I'm not being paid or influenced by Dollarama or anyone in any way. These are my honest opinions on things, and if you disagree, feel free. We are each entitled to our own opinions. I just know that a couple of my viewers have been asking for me to review certain products and talk about the benefits and whether or not I would recommend them. So that is what I'm going to do. So for Dollarama, I'm going to start with their beauty items because I've been hauling quite a bit from there and I just want to talk about a couple of them. The first one that I know a couple people are asking about is the Naturebox soap. So this is actually the body wash. If you watch a lot of haulers, especially those in the States, they were picking up the hand soap from Dollar Tree. The hand soap never came to my Dollar Trees, at least not yet, so I actually found the body wash at Dollarama. I found it in 4 different fragrances: the apricot, which is this one, avocado, coconut, and almond. These are all made with cold pressed oils. They are sulfate, silicone, and paraben free, and they're vegan friendly. So if you know any vegans in your life, this would make such an amazing gift for them. This product has so many positive reviews online. I read through a whole bunch of them before I even picked this Naturebox body wash up, and I couldn't agree more with the positive reviewers. This stuff is amazing. The only thing that I am going to say is if you like a really sudsy, like soapy, bubbly body wash, this is not going to be for you. Because it's not made with these sulfates, that's what typically causes that really like effervescent bubbliness to your body washes, but it's actually really bad for your skin. So this has a very light lather. Like, you still get a bubble, but it's very minimal. The consistency of the wash itself is really nice. I find with a lot of body washes, they'll be really thin, almost like running through your fingers. This has a really nice consistency. It's not too thin, it's not too thick. I want to say it is legitimately perfect. Another thing I would like to mention too is the smells. So this one here is the apricot, and it smells absolutely amazing. However, when it comes to the coconut, the avocado, and the almond ones that I picked up, they to me smell really good, but they are very natural smells, especially the almond one. Like, it has a very almond extract scent to it, so it's very pure, it's very natural. So if you are someone who doesn't particularly like the smell of almonds, like on its own, or the smell of avocado on its own, or the smell of coconut on its own, you will not like these fragrances. These are fragrances that you have to actually enjoy. So if you were to cut an avocado and you love that smell, or you drink a lot of coconut milk and you love that smell, or you love dried apricots, like, they legit smell like the product they are meant to smell like. There's no added fragrances or perfumes or anything like that that are changing the smell in any way. It is very natural. So I absolutely love these. I would highly recommend you give them a shot, especially for $3. They regularly retail anywhere from like $5 to $8 depending on where you're able to find them at. So for $3, pick one up, give it a shot. If you don't like it, you don't like it. You could always gift it to someone else at that point, or use it maybe even just for washing your hands. You'll find a use for it if you don't particularly care for it as a body wash, but I would definitely recommend you pick it up and try it out. Okay, the next beauty item that I want to talk about is this Argan oil hair wrap. So this is one of those towels that you wrap around your hair when you get out of the shower or the bath. It has the little button here and the little elastic when you wrap it around and you hook it on. Okay, this one was special because it's infused with argan oil, and it was supposed to help make your hair less frizzy, more manageable, and all around like give it a nice shine. And I found this actually does have those benefits. I really, really like it. I love it too, especially if I'm not going to be able to dry my hair right away. This helps dry it, but it helps dry it slowly. If you ever wrap like a normal towel like you would use to dry your body around your hair, it sucks the moisture out of your hair really, really quickly, especially for someone like me who has very fine hair. And I find when you do that, it gets really dry, it gets really frizzy, and it's not very nice. Whereas with this, it leaves your hair, it dries the moisture out really slowly, and that way if you're delayed in styling your hair, it's not going to matter. It leaves it way less frizzy than a standard towel does, and I do find that my hair is smoother and shinier. I mean, it could be a combination of the shampoo and conditioner I use as well, but I do find that this is not hurting it in any way. If anything, it is contributing to the look and health of my hair. So really, really happy with this. My daughter who has curly hair, this is amazing for her as well because it doesn't suck the moisture out of her curls. And that way when we take her hair out, I just scrunch her hair with my fingers and she is good to go. So highly recommend this. It is $4, but definitely worth every penny. And they do have it in a coconut infused as well. So if you're not a big fan of argan oil, definitely try the coconut one. Okay, let me see. Okay, I was asked by quite a few people to talk about these. So these are 3 hairstyling kits that I picked up over the last little while. 2 of them are Conair, yeah, 2 of them are Conair and 1 is by Squeaky. So I'm going to talk about the Conair ones first. So this one is the Topsy tail, and I love this kit. I've been using these with my daughter. She absolutely loves when I do her hair a different way every day of the week, so that's what I try to do for her. But this one actually includes instructions for 6 different styles, and we did try all of them and they all worked really, really well. The instructions are nice and clear and easy to understand, and it does provide you with a large tool and a smaller tool. So it's good if you have someone with fine hair. You might not use the larger tool at all. You might just use the fine one. My younger daughter has really, really fine hair, so we use this on her, and then we used the large one on my eldest daughter who has the curly hair. But we were able to do each of the looks, and it didn't take longer than, I would say, like 5 minutes for each of them, so this is really great if you don't have a lot of time in the morning. The other one I picked up is the Conair Pony Wrap kit. Now the only thing with this one is you don't really need it if you're picking up the Topsy tail kit. The Topsy tail kit actually includes instructions for how to do a pony wrap. It is one of the hairstyles that it includes instructions for. And you're able to use the same tool that you would to make the other styles to do the pony wrap. So you don't actually need this separate kit. However, I did find that this tool that they provide you with in this box does make doing the pony wrap a little bit easier. And I do believe they were each like $1 or $2 or something, like crazy cheap. So if you want to pick both of them up, I would recommend both of them. But if you only want to pick up one, I would say go with the one that you can do a lot more hairstyles with. Better bang for your buck, clearly. And then the last one I picked up is the Squeaky Waterfall Braid Maker. Now this one did take me a little bit to get a hang of, but it does look really pretty when it's done. I think it would work better with finer hair, like something like mine. With my daughter's curl, I had to make sure it was wet and a little bit straighter at the top so that I could actually work with it. The instructions are pretty clear, but you just got to take your time with it. This one I think took me about 15-20 minutes to do. We've only done this one once, so I'm thinking the more I do it, the better I will become at it, but still really, really fun. Maybe not the best to do before school in the morning if you don't have a lot of time, but something nice to do on the weekend, a little like mommy-daughter time. I would recommend this for that. It is a very pretty look, and it does definitely help you create that look without having any knowledge of how to do that without the tool. So again, would recommend these. Like I said, they were definitely less than $3 a piece. I do believe they were like $1 or $2. So I would pick these up. Okay, I feel like I'm doing like so many positive things, which is great, but I do have a couple items that I'm not a big fan of, I guess, is the way of putting it. So this is going to look interesting. This is by Laurie, and it's a nail polish remover pod. If you can see, there's nail polish in there, and it comes with a little screw-on lid, and inside, it's going to be very hard to show, but inside, see there, they have like little grippies. It's almost like a built-in scrub brush, and you're supposed to just like move your finger around in there, and it's supposed to take your polish off your nails. No, it does not do what it's supposed to do at all. I mean, you could sit with your finger in here for a little bit, take it out, and then wipe it off with a cotton round. But as far as those brushes removing it and you like taking your finger out and it's completely clear of nail polish, that does not happen. I had actually picked this up for my kids because I thought it would be better and easier to remove nail polish from their fingernails. But because the hole is so large, they're not even touching the bristles with their fingers. And I have very slender fingers as well. So the only finger that it really felt like the bristles cleaning the nail polish off of was my thumb. But the issue is they've made the bristles a little bit stiffer, which is understandable to remove the nail polish, but it's like hard on your actual skin. It's not a comfortable feeling. So I would definitely recommend that you pass on this item. There are a lot more easier and enjoyable ways of removing your nail polish. Then another item, which I was a little disappointed with, are the cotton candy foaming bath salts by Brompton and Langley. They're infused with coconut oil, and they do say on here that they're extra bubbly. The thing with bath salts is they typically aren't bubbly in any way. They're meant to be more of a soak. It's supposed to relax you, leave your skin feeling soft, and it does do that. Because of the coconut oil, it does leave your skin really soft feeling, but if you are trying to pick these up because you think they're going to be sudsy with the extra bubbly, they are not. They are your standard bath salts. So there is no bubble or lather or anything like that with these. They are like any other bath salt. However, my girls really did love the pink color. It tinges the bath water a little bit, not a lot, but it gives it a little bit of pink, and the cotton candy smell is actually really, really amazing. So if you are just getting it to be like a typical bath salt, go for it, get it for sure. It was only $2 for 470 grams, which is a pretty good price. But if you are wanting it because you think it's going to be different than other bath salts and actually produce bubbles, it will not do that. If you want the bubbles, you're going to have to add some type of a bubble bath to the tub as well. Okay, then I picked up these Elend cleaning wipes, and these are the pre-moistened ones. So it comes in a box like this. You get 20 in here, and each of the wipes is in their own little, almost like wet nap kind of packaging. And I would really recommend these. These are great to have in your car, in your purse, in your backpack. You could even slide one in your pocket, especially if you know if you're going out in like rainy weather or somewhere where your glasses are going to get a little bit dirty and you want to have something on hand. This is fantastic. It takes up very little room, and they really do clean your lenses really well. I've actually used one cloth to clean mine, and then my younger son and eldest daughter, who both wear glasses, I've cleaned all three of our glasses with one cloth. So they are fairly moistened, not enough that it's like dripping anywhere or anything like that, but enough so that you could do more than one pair at a time, which I think is really handy. And they do say that they're supposed to cut down on like the fog when you're traveling in, like going in and out. For people who know glasses, you know what I'm talking about. I haven't really noticed it do too much with that, But as far as just cleaning your glasses and making it so that you can see without spots and speckles, they do a good job of that. It beats having to carry around like a little bottle of cleaner and a wipe, and it definitely beats using tissues because tissues just leave your lenses covered in the little lint particles. So I would definitely recommend to have these on hand. Then I just picked these up in a haul I did recently. And these are Skip the Spa Flawless and Firm Makeup Remover Facial Wipes. And these are the charcoal, and you do get 60 towelettes in here. They were good. I like charcoal products. I like the tightening and clean feeling they leave on your skin. However, I have also tried the charcoal wipes from Dollar Tree, and I would say they're about equivalent. This package is the larger style wipes, whereas the Dollar Tree are the smaller wipes. But I still only need one of each to clean my face, even if I am wearing makeup that day. So you don't really need the larger size towelettes at all. And this was $4 at Dollarama compared to the $1.25 for the ones from the Dollar Tree. So I would say if you're looking for a charcoal wipe, you could skip these ones and pick up the ones from the Dollar Tree. However, this does come in, I believe it was a rose water and then a coconut as well. I did post them to my Instagram if you want to take a look over there. And I'm not sure if those are really, really good, but as far as the charcoal one goes, there are cheaper alternatives to this. Okay, and then my last beauty items are these two different wet brushes. So this is the company like Wet Brush. Both of them are. This is deemed like a pro styling brush, and this is just your typical paddle brush. This is the one I hauled a while back that has the sugar skull on it. And then this one, I don't even know if I showed it in a haul or not. I don't think so, but it's the Epic Professional. I looked up the prices for both of these, and this one regularly retails for over $30. This one here is anywhere from $15 to $20, depending on where you're able to find it. I found both of them at Dollarama for $4. So both of them were an amazing savings, especially this one. The thing is, I hate this brush, and I do not say that lightly, but I absolutely hate this brush. I typically use a round brush for my hair. I've been using a round brush for years and years and years. I used to have short hair, and I would use it to like flip out the ends and kind of add volume to my hair. And even with the longer hair, I try to flip out the ends and give a little bit more lift to my hair, and I find round brushes do a good job of that. But this brush is physically painful. Like the bristles that they use are so unbelievably uncomfortable. And I know I do have very fine hair, and I don't have a lot of it, especially up near the top. So like when I brush my hair, it touches my scalp, and this is unbelievably painful. It's so uncomfortable. And I find if I'm trying to blow out my hair using this brush gets all caught up in it. Enough so that the one time it got to the end and I just couldn't get it out and I had to trim off some of my hair. That's how ridiculous this brush is. So I don't know why it's got good reviews online and why everyone is looking for this brush, because it is not worth even $1 in my opinion. I absolutely hate this brush and would recommend you run away from it and never buy it. However, this wet brush is absolutely amazing. I never used like the paddle style brushes before until I picked this one up. I love the sugar skulls. I think it's so cute as a design for the brush. And this is amazing. Whether your hair is wet or dry, it feels good running through your hair. I find it leaves it like shinier and silkier looking than your normal brush does. And if even with my daughter's like curly hair, and when it gets wet, it gets super, super curly, this will brush through it without causing any pulling, without hurting her in any way. So I would highly recommend this one. So it doesn't matter that they're the same brand. Sometimes it differs from one product to the next. So that's why I say always shop around, always do your reviewing. Something that works for someone might not work for somebody else. Like I said, many of you might love this brush, but I would not recommend it because of all those reasons I told you. but you're entitled to your own opinion. If you want to give it a shot and see if you have a different feedback than I do, go for it. They're both $4, which is still a fantastic deal. But I would say if you're thinking about getting a wet brush, which is meant for combing through your hair when it's wet, I would go for the paddle style. All right, now moving on to, I guess, like stationery supplies. So the first thing that I want to talk about are these little clips. So they are by Elmer, which is the glue company, and you got 3 of these little round things in a package for, I think it was $2.50. You got a pink, a blue, and an orange. They're meant to stick on the wall. It says it's like a Velcro suction or something like that. It's meant to stick to a wall, and then it's just got a little clip so you can hang up like your kids' schoolwork or something, which is what I was using them for. I have the blue and orange ones stuck to my wall, and they work amazingly well. However, this pink one will stay on my wall for maybe 5 minutes tops, and then it just falls off. It's not any different than the other two. It doesn't have anything stuck to the back, so I'm not sure what the issue is with this one, or if I just got like a defect out of one of the 3 little circular hooks. I'm not really sure. As far as the product as a whole, like, I do love how they work. They don't leave any residue on the wall when you take it off. You can reposition it and move it around your house wherever you want to display the work. So I would still recommend them, but I'm just worried that if I got like one defective one in mine, you could end up with a whole package. So it's up to you if you want to try it out or not, but I just had an issue with one of the little circular clips. Then I got one of the Elmer's glue, and this is the Disappearing Purple Spray Adhesive. This stuff is really, really cool. So if you have younger kids, you know that white glue is often really, really messy. And with glue sticks, kids either don't put the caps back on, or they don't roll down the glue all the way, and then it gets all stuck up in the cap and you have to throw out a whole thing of glue. So this is an awesome alternative. And the fact that it is the Disappearing Purple is just an added bonus. So this is so you can see where you're spraying it. And that way you don't, you're not putting too much glue on something. However, I recommend if you do pick this up, that when you're gluing something, put something down underneath it. They do actually say that in the instructions, so as long as you're following the instructions, this glue works really well. It's got a really nice hold to it, but make sure you're following the instructions, because if you do saturate the paper too much, it will get like that bubbliness to it. And if you don't put anything underneath it, you're going to get glue on whatever surface you happen to be spraying this on. So do make sure you follow the instructions, and then it works out really, really well. I believe it was $3.50. So a decent price. I haven't actually seen it anywhere else, so I'm not sure what the regular retail on it would be, but I bet you it's probably close to $5, if not $6 or $7. So $3.50 is still a good deal in my books. And then the last stationery item are these Marvel scented markers. So these came in a 4-pack, and they each had a different Marvel character on them and a different scent. I got all 4, I think it was for $2 for the set, but these markers are awful. My daughter was using them. They were actually a gift for my son, but my daughter took them and was using them. She didn't even get through one picture before they were drying out. So there is barely any ink in these markers. However, the smell is really, really nice. So if your kids love scented markers, the smell is nice. And when it first starts coloring, it's really pretty colors. But like I said, they do not last long at all. So definitely do save your money and pick up a better brand of markers. Like the Mr. Sketch, you can't go wrong with Mr. Sketch. Those are amazing markers if you want a scented marker. So pass on those and grab yourself a set of the Mr. Sketch. Okay, and now I have 2 kitchen items. So the one is the Betty Crocker pop-up foil sheets. They were $1.50 for 25. So not a bad deal, but I dislike these. So I use one like baking sheet for my, like for cooking things in the oven. And I guess it might be a little bit oversized, but these do not fit it at all. I have to use 2 of these if I want to cover it, which ends up like blowing through these really, really fast and making it not worth the $1.50 for 25. because it's going to go really, really quickly. However, they are okay if you like to wrap like your sandwiches or something in foil, or if you wrap your meat, in foil before you throw it in the freezer. It's good for that because they're a nice like portion size, but as far as covering a baking sheet, I don't find that they work so well, at least not for me. I do like how easily they come out of the box. My issue with standard aluminum foil is that I am not very good at tearing it. I always rip it. So it is nice that it comes out and it's in this full sheet for you. So if you use smaller baking sheets, like you can see the size of that, it's not very big. If you use smaller baking sheets for your cooking, this will be okay for you. But if you use a normal, like standard size or a larger size, this will not work unless you're doubling up. And then the other kitchen item I got were the Fun Bites. So I got this one that was just the little squares, and then I also got the Paw Patrol one. Oh my goodness, don't buy these. Like, save your $1.25. They are not a lot of money, but they are not even worth that. So I've tried this on fruit, I have tried this on untoasted bread, and I have tried it on toasted bread, and it just does not work well at all. And the Paw Patrol one is even worse than this one. I don't know if it's because of it being just plastic, and it doesn't feel like, it's not sharp in any way, shape, or form. Like, there's some plastic items you'll get and you can still feel that it's got like a good edge to it. This does not. Like, it does not hurt in any way, so you know it's not going to cut through anything. Even like a toasted sandwich, it got all caught up in there, all stuck in there, and it was a pain in the butt to clean out. The concept behind it is super neat, and I really wish it had worked, but I don't know if it's because of like how small they made the holes as well. Like, to make little bite-sized pieces, like those are really super duper tiny. They're not like finger sandwich size. They are like a thumbnail size. So I don't know if it has something to do with that, and that's why it's not working so well, or what the issue is. But I've tried different types of bread. I've tried it with fruit. I've tried it like toasted and untoasted, and it made no difference. It just did not work for me. However, because I don't like just throwing something out, if I can find an alternative use for it, I did try it with some Play-Doh, and I was able to make little squares. So that would be fun if you wanted to make the little squares, and then you could build something, I don't know, something out of them, a little house or whatnot. So you could use it for Play-Doh. It does work for that. You do have to push down really hard, and then it will leave some residue as well. So make sure you have like one of those small straw bottle brushes that you can get on in the grooves, or maybe even a Q-tip to clean it out, because even if you were to throw this in your dishwasher, because they are dishwasher safe, I'm not sure if it would clean out all in between those cracks. So if you want a Play-Doh cutter, I mean, I guess you could try picking it up for that, but there are other alternatives for that as well. Even cookie cutters work better than this does. So wouldn't recommend this one or the Paw Patrol one at all. And then the last item that I want to review for Dollarama is actually a brand of gloves for children. So these are True North mittens gloves. I'm not sure which one is called which. And they are made out of this like fleecy type material. These mittens are evil. This fluffy stuff gets absolutely everywhere. It gets all over your pants, all over your top, all over your floor, all over your car. It literally loses this fluffy stuff like crazy. It doesn't matter if your child's picking at it on purpose or pulling their hand in and out, or literally just sitting there. Like, I don't know if you can, I can see it falling. I don't think you guys can, but it just, they just fall apart like crazy. It gets the little fluffy particles everywhere, and I do wear a lot of black. The interior of my car is black, so this got everywhere and it drove me absolutely crazy. I actually gave these to my mom to keep at grandma's house just as like emergency backup. rather than throw them out. But if you were thinking of picking up the True North mittens because you're like, oh, they're so soft and fuzzy, which is what I was like when I saw them, don't do it. There are many other alternatives for gloves at Dollarama that are much better than these. So I would avoid these like crazy. Alright, so that is it for my review video for some of the Dollarama products that I have hauled recently. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found my opinion or feedback helpful in some way. Definitely do comment down below if you've tried any of these products, and if you agree or disagree with my opinion, definitely do share. It's nice for other people to get a wide variety of opinions on a product rather than just mine. Like I said, these are just my thoughts, my own personal opinion. So you definitely don't have to agree with me. I just wanted to give you some guidance if you're new to shopping at Dollarama, some of the things that I would recommend you do try, and some of the things that I would recommend you just keep on walking by. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you are having an absolutely wonderful day. Bye now.